Alright, guys. So, for the finals, it is in fact going to be Michael on Green-Black Infect versus Brendan on Titan Shift. Right now, I believe they're discussing possible splits. So if they play, we will definitely bring it to you. If they choose to split and just go home with, I believe first place is winning $200 cash, second place is getting $100 cash. So this split would be $150 apiece if they choose to go that route. But right now, we're just waiting on word if they're going to play or not. That's a handshake.
All right, and after the match, we'll get that to you all.
Are they playing it out?
Yes. So,
Is there...
interesting fact.
Okay.
No player is interested in the invite.
Really?
Brendan can't go because he's in school.
Correct.
And the other gentleman is not interested in going as well. But they're still going to play for the invite. They decided to split the cash payout.
Okay, splitting cash payout, $150 apiece, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
$150 apiece. So what we are doing right now is we were playing for the invite. Pretty sure if Brendan wins the invite, I can convince him. Come on, man.
He's only here for the summer because school is out right now.
Yeah, and put up that W.
Yeah, get it. Get you some, Brennan.
All right, here we go. It is in fact Brendan v. Infect. The female judge told me that. She was like, I was like, yeah, the layout's professionally done by Sergio Luis, and I was like, it's really nicely done. Shout out to Sergio, and it looks great. I have a place for timer, name, deck list, or everything. She goes, yeah, where do you put the infect counters? And I was like, okay, well...
We don't have a spot for that because it was not designed by a guy who plays Magic.
Exactly. It was designed from the viewpoint of Magic tournaments, and typically they just make one appear once it happens.
Exactly.
A lot of layouts don't have an infect
I've been winging this
location.
infect counter.
I like it. I like just having the number in green. Maybe if we'll get an infect symbol that we can just have
Supersede on there, yeah.
Yeah. Moving forward into the
Something
future.
we'll have to work on.
All right, so let me pull out some deck lists here. We have Brendan Levine and we have Michael Clark. And they're gonna be playing for the invite.
Okay, so what do we think about these sideboards? Does Michael really... Maybe the Inquisitions? I don't really think he sideboards much in this matchup.
No, probably doesn't sideboard much in this matchup. Brendan is going to be the one on the play because he is top seeded.
Correct.
And there's no reason to let Infect be on the play.
Yeah.
It's well established at this point. And even the player said if they could defer the invite, like say that, because Michael asked Brendan, like, hey, do you want the invite? I'm not interested. And Brendan's like, I'm actually not interested either. They were like, no matter what happens, we're going to play it out on camera.
Absolutely.
So like even if they had found out who wanted the invite, these two gentlemen
we'd still be getting the match. Fantastic.
They want to know who officially is first place.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Absolutely.
Now, I know Michael considers this matchup for him to be about 50-50.
Exactly. He really needs to be drawing a lot of pump.
Yes.
He needs to pressure Brendan early, and he needs to
get that hexproof.
Watch out for Bolt, and once Valka gets online, he needs to watch out for that.
Yeah, and as well as he's going to have to be worried out of the board. I don't think he's going to be expecting the sudden shocks that Brendan's playing.
Exactly.
That split second's going to be big game against all of Michael's pomp.
Exactly. Brendan hedges his toolboxy version very well.
And we didn't get to see it last round where Brendan would sudden shock a Steve, but
he did side them in.
He did. He tried. Didn't need him.
Never quite got there. All right, looks like the players are just talking now. Of course, this round isn't. This round isn't timed. There's no pressure. They both know what's happening here.
Yep.
They're playing just for the sole fact of being named first, of being the person that not even the invite, just knowing that, hey,
They won.
I won.
That's all that matters.
I showed up. I paid 25. I left with 150, and I left with the mental belt. You know.
Yes. Yes. Now. Oh, someone has hit the camera. Excellent.
Good.
No.
How bad is it?
Come look. Still pretty crooked.
Wow.
You fixed a little bit, but you got to keep going. That's good. All right. At least we're straight. It's not centered, but it's straight.
All right. Yeah, that's more than fine. Yeah, we're gonna roll with that. One of the gentlemen, Michael, having just sat his backpack down.
Oh, on the leg of the tripod. Yep. That'll do it.
Yeah. All right. Brendan wiping off our playmat as well.
Making us feel like we're playing at a dirty store.
Yeah,
Terrible.
it's not. Compliments all around about our bathroom today.
Oh, yeah.
The general cleanliness didn't smell.
50 people. It was great.
Yeah.
AC's working fantastic.
69 degrees.
Yep.
No specific reason for that number, actually. It's just a good point.
Yes.
We tried it at 70, and if it was hot outside, it's still a little hot at 70. So I was like, all right, one more. Especially we had like heat advisory warnings. Which in Texas, when you get a heat advisory warning, you better be scared.
Yeah.
That means you're gonna walk outside and melt. Like, boiling point of blood is what. All right. I see a Misty in Brendan's hand, I believe.
Yeah, then we saw a mulligan out of Michael.
Oh.
Let's see if he can keep this one.
All right. And we'll get an interview with the champion before either of them head out, whomever it ends up being.
Yeah.
Just a final interview, and then you and I will have some closing words after this. All right.
You go straight to the bottom.
You're Brendan, that's what you like to see.
Yes.
You not only mulliganed, but you scried to the bottom, meaning something your hand needed was missing.
Yep. Then Brendan does what he wants to do and just turn one search, suspend.
All right, fetch.
Shock. I expect we'll see Glistener Elf here.
Or Noble Hierarch.
Or Noble Hierarch. Though we didn't see any Hierarchs in his last match, he is playing them. The full set.
Or some sort of hand disruption. Yeah.
Inquisition.
He does have those, man.
Yeah. Mains 2, sides 2 more. I believe his only target is Farseek?
Yep.
Or Steve. He's got a Steve there.
Farseek or Steve? Be tempted to take the Steve.
I agree. I would take the Steve.
Yeah.
It blocks.
I think Brendan's personality kind of hedges his play a little bit. He's very nice.
Yes.
And I think people think that they can take advantage of that, but he knows what he's talking about.
Correct.
Not that Michael will do that, but I've seen it at just general tournaments during the Swiss rounds, where he correctly takes Steve here. So where Brendan will say, "Hey, you know, you missed this," or he'll award something to the other player, but they don't realize Brendan's doing that because he knows he can win this.
Yeah. Brendan very politely leaving his hand face up for his opponent after he's seen it.
Yeah. No one needs to be writing anything down. This is just purely.
This is for bragging rights. They've already decided where the prizes are going.
Exactly.
Ink Moth Nexus on the table from Michael.
Yeah, that's going to start applying some pressure. Pressure in the form of half of Brendan's life total.
Yes.
Instead of being the full 20, right? Brendan has unknown card, Farseek, Escape Shift.
Unknown cards are Summoner's Pact, Land?
Cinderglade.
Yep, here comes a Farseek. Are we going to see Wood Elves here? Summoner's Pact of Wood Elves? No.
No.
He gets a tapped land. No, because Farseek comes into play tapped, of course.
Yeah, the Shocklands do not get to bypass that.
That's right, that's right.
But he's going to have Cinderglade here open to him. But he's going to instead play this Misty, kind of showing his opponent he does have another land in hand. Which was the problem, as it were, of being so generous.
Yes. He has Scape Shift. He's got 5 lands in play. So he needs to not be dead and play 2 more lands?
What was the other unknown card again?
Oh.
It was Cinderglade. Summoner's Pact?
Summoner's Pact, that is correct.
Okay, so next turn he can go grab Wood Elves.
End or just prime time?
Well, Michael has no way to interact with Escape Shift, so I think Brendan should stay on that plan.
Fair, that's fair. Although I don't think Michael has any way to interact with a prime time really either.
Well, technically he can give it a bunch of neg 1 counters.
This is true.
By pumping.
But I think Brendan's okay with that.
Yeah, of course. Man, it's almost weird. I don't know who I'm rooting for.
I just want good games. I don't want anybody to get locked out of mana, have to mulligan too many times. That's all I'm worried about. I can only assume that Michael's doing a bunch of math here. Getting in with the Nexus.
Well, let's see. Let's see how much this ends up being. Just one. Just one, says Michael. For now.
Just getting it started.
That means he probably can deal some finite number.
He's probably looking
Brendan's
at...
going to fetch down to 19 here.
Yeah, he is more than likely looking at, say, 7 or 8 points.
Right, like we saw on that
turn.
we saw in his previous round.
So he wants to get Brendan to 2 or 3 Infect before he goes all in.
Yeah. Mutagenic not being the card that got the ban, G-Probe actually got the ban, which was super interesting to me.
Well, G-Probe was more versatile. It was in more decks, I think.
But the free wins came from Mutagenic, and Fatal Push was just now being printed.
Yes.
So they knew they were printing an answer.
They did.
It is an interesting choice. And he just had natural prime time.
Yep.
So the unknown card he just drew for turn was Primeval Titan, and this is a problem for Michael.
Yes, it is. Now, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 mountains in play already and a Valakut.
Right.
So what would you get here?
Mountain.
Just Mountain?
Yeah.
And
you,
they
when you
both
had,
bolt?
Huh?
Yeah, that's mountains 5 and 6, correct? Yes, so lightning bolt to Michael's face.
Right, because they see each other enter, and Valakut sees them both at the same time.
Yes. So I'll drop Michael down to 6.
Or down by 6.
Sure. Down by 6.
It's been a long day.
Yes. He's going to crack a fetch. We'll put him to 10.
Just PPTQ, though, run TO'd very efficiently.
It was very smooth.
Well, I mean, what is it now? We're at 8 o'clock and we're playing out finals.
Right, 6 rounds. We've done...
6 rounds, cut to top 8, so 3 more rounds. So 9 hours starting at 12. And we're finishing an hour early.
Yeah.
That's an efficiently ran tournament.
It's fantastic.
Of course, I was always a little fidgety just because I would always like to TO tournaments.
Yes. But sitting back here in commentary, we had Paul TOing today.
And he did a phenomenal job. And
he was great.
Jonathan and Andrea, I believe.
Yes.
Secondary judge, they both did a phenomenal work. making sure there's fast turnover and everything for us. Michael's trying to figure out what he can do here.
Yeah, he is. I believe he's just doing a bunch of math.
He has the potential for lethal, right? Because
Yeah.
he can fly over the prime time.
Yes. He does have potential for lethal.
If not, he's dead.
Yeah, he's gonna probably need another land in his hand to even attempt that. And having mulliganed and the deck running a fairly low land count to begin with.
I think he's notifying that land's going to enter untapped instead. Yeah.
That's a shock.
What could he have here? Blossoming Defense?
On end step? Why? What is happening? You can't fatal push prime time. It's just too big. And he does main deck 2 fatal pushes.
He's checking with the judge here. Yeah, looking at his list, there's nothing he could have here that would signify a reason to shock. I think he wants to, for some odd reason. I think he's trying to see if he can fill his graveyard. I think he's trying to see if
he can target it with the fatal push,
yeah,
so that he can get it in his graveyard.
It's not a legal target.
No,
it's not.
Because he wants to delve.
Yeah, he wants to delve, become immense. All right, so that's the line here, and he was unable to do that, but he still took the 2.
Yes,
because he did officially signify this is entering untapped. And I think at that point, Brendan knows, right?
Yeah, he should.
Brendan putting
Michael,
his dirt on our mat.
Yes.
I saw him wipe the dirt off that sleeve.
Michael needs lethal here because Brendan has it.
Gosh, I wish I could have brought Scudder in. Both of these board states would be turned off.
Blood Moon is a good card.
Except for the primetime, but he wouldn't have been able to do all this stuff.
There's a second Inkmoth Nexus. So he did have land. Does not produce colored mana.
Right. And green's generally where he wants to be, unless he has Mutagenic.
Pendelhaven would have been a good play there.
Yeah. This is looking bad for Michael.
He's got to get +8 on that Inkmoth Nexus to win here.
Right. Because he's playing a generally 2-colored version, there's almost he could almost get away with running 2 Blink Moths, because it does seem like his deck leans a little bit more on Inkmoth.
Maybe, but
Pendlehaven's just good, but like
I don't think he can afford that many colorless lands, considering how many 1-drops he plays.
That's fair.
Yeah, like, he needs colored mana badly.
All right, we have a Blossoming Defense. That's gonna be 3. Brendan's gonna get 4 Infect here. Blossoming Defense, of course, granting Hexproof for 1 minute. Instant speed grants Hexproof and +2/+2. Yeah, we're just
attack
gonna
with
swing.
prime time.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the scoop. He has the escape shift. This game is over.
All right, so we'll reset Infect counters, life totals, and let's give a W to Brendan to the left. Michael, fairly certain that matchup that he might be able to target with Fatal Push.
He had to ask. He had to try.
He should have clarified before shocking.
Yes, that is true. Now, he did feel that this was a 50-50 matchup, and Brendan on the play showed that he can be fast enough.
Brendan showing us Chalice in the sudden shocks, which we thought.
Yeah,
Yep.
basically exactly what we expected him to bring in.
Because he gets a Chalice for 1, like we were talking about previously.
And just shut Michael out.
With sudden shock. Engineered Explosives might not get there for Brendan, and it is one of his flex spots.
Actually, I believe Engineered Explosives should stay, as it doesn't target, so Blossoming Defenses can't save a Glistener Elf.
Okay,
from
so
EE on 1.
He's removing 2 relics for sure.
Yes.
Is that 2 cards coming in for Michael? What is 2 cards? Verdian Corruptors. Or Nature's Claim. Because he knows the Chalice is coming in, right? He can assume.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably correctly that Chalice is coming in.
he has already played this matchup and won.
Yeah. Michael pile shuffling his mind off.
That is quite a few piles.
Yeah. It was like 6 deep across the top row and the bottom row.
Jeez. I always do mine 3 and 4. 4 top, 3 bottom, I think. Maybe the other way around. It's been a while.
Are we playing after the tournament? Are we and I personally, or the store?
Because we do have
there is a tournament already going on.
We do have our standard weekly modern Saturday Night Modern. They did fire, and they are playing right now.
Of course, people that ended up dropping from the tournament or didn't make it in the top 8.
Yep.
After
hung around, decided to play in that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's get some more modern in.
Yep. Now, we will not be having that on camera, as we've been doing this all day.
Absolutely. The goal here would be to probably just pack up, have some closing words, of course.
Yeah. Let's see how this next couple games goes.
Now, if you would like RLV and I to personally play on camera, Brendan does have ad nauseum on him. I have burn on me, and I would not do that to myself.
Right.
So we'll find a deck. Maybe I'll play like Scred or something.
And here comes the smiley face.
Let's go. Ah, sorry, Brendan. And I think Michael generally does that, not just for the camera. I think he puts the smiley face towards his opponent when he draws his opening hand. It goes right on the head, and it's great.
Did you see what Brendan was working with there? I did not. Looks like no mulligans. I like it.
Alright, so Michael's going to lead off the fetch land, probably cracking at the end of Brendan's turn, but having a land in her tapped. Right? Because you don't want to get in that magical.
That's a sudden shock for Brendan.
Ooh.
That's going to be good here.
Spice.
Gotta love that spice. Looks like we have a shock from Brendan.
Brendan going down to 18, not going to be super relevant.
Suspend that search for tomorrow.
Exactly. Let's stick on the game plan. The sudden shock will come in handy later.
Yes.
So
I see Valakut in his hand. Does he have an untapped land other than that Valakut? In hand?
Unsure. So let me ask something. If Michael goes to pump a creature and Brendan sudden shocks in response, Michael can't do anything else, and he just wasted a pump spell, right?
Correct.
That's awesome.
Yes, it is.
Sudden shock's a good card.
Now, Michael is playing Phyrexian Crusader with Pro Red.
Okay.
So if he sees one, that could do it.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, I don't think Brendan has third land. He does have Valakut in hand, but it does ETB tapped.
Alright, let's see what the play is here.
There's a shock.
Yeah. Michael's going to be at 17, so can't help but put himself in range. Happens.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you're playing this type of deck.
You need your colors, and you need them now.
Yeah, exactly. Advance your board state always. Don't try to stay away from combo range.
Yep.
Oh, Plague Stinger. We got a reader. We know personally that this card is a 1/1 with flying.
And Infect.
And an Infect for 2. Brendan, gonna get to suspend another search for tomorrow. So he has lands coming.
Yeah, this is perfectly reasonable as long as we don't have. Oh, there's a Pendelhaven.
Some sort of weird turn 3 win.
Yeah, if Michael's not holding just all of the mutagenic growths, we should be going. That sudden shock should be doing good work next turn.
Might. He did have a land
Might of
drop.
Old Krosa, that's 4. Might of Old Krosa, that's 4.
That's game.
Lethal.
Wow. Well, so that's it. And Brendan's going to be on the play the next game. Sudden shock not even getting to put in work.
Well, I didn't even have to adjust that Infect number. It went from 0 to 10.
I'm gonna need y'all play. Come on.
Chad stepping out to talk a little trash to the players, ask them to play a little bit longer.
Yeah, I asked them if they would play a little bit slower. They can be ending games that fast. This is finals, man. Come on.
We gotta keep the viewers at home happy.
Absolutely. All right. See if we can kind of. What happened to our overlay? Overlay looks like it's slightly shifted. Is the way to drag it back up. Ah. Fixed.
All right, there we go.
Clutch. You're a lot less OCD than me, sir. Alright. Now, the table's still a little bit wonky, but that was a product of a rogue backpack.
Yeah, it's the finals. We just gotta deal with it for this one last game.
Absolutely.
Game 3.
Brendan on the play. Let's see some hands. Michael not doing the smiley face. The smile's here. Opting to not do the smiley face. It worked out for him.
So Brendan, in fact, got punished for not leaving up sudden shock.
He had no way to. He only had top lane.
He had to play that Valakut turn 1.
Oh, instead of surging.
Yeah. Instead of playing his Shockland turn 1, he needed to play that Valakut and leave up that sudden shock.
So I think Michael has a keeper and Brendan did not.
Oh no.
Yeah, keeper with infect versus non-keep with combo.
Alright.
Let's see what Brendan can do. He's looking for minimal interaction and a lot of the combo, but he needs enough interaction to stem the bleeding.
Yes.
That looks like 6 lands.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Ship that back.
Wow.
This is going to be a rough final game.
Yeah. See who will have the bragging rights, as it were. It's looking, if in my semi-professional opinion, it's looking like Michael has the edge.
Yeah, a double mulligan. Even if he is on the draw, that double mulligan. Is it a chalice? We're scrying to top.
Okay, because he found
Forced search.
Forced search. I believe he has another search ready to go. It's like primetime Steve.
Okay, no chalice.
Secure, yeah.
I was almost pretty excited about that chalice doing work.
All right.
There's a Glistener Elf.
See what's the draw. Hopefully land. Yes.
Is in fact.
And he gets to suspend that second search for tomorrow. We may still have a game here, but Michael did keep a full grip.
He did.
Gonna be rough here. Wondering if he should just show Brendan his hand. Oh, Michael, do it. Punish him. Alright.
There's a fetch from Michael. So he has second green source. We could just see Might of Old Crosa again. And or the landfall. Are they
No,
playing
well,
that?
he would. That Might of Old Corsa would be the landfall one, right?
No, Might of Old Crosa is time spiral block. It's it instant speed, but gives +2/+2. But if you play it during your main phase, it gives +4/+4.
Oh, okay. He does not have the landfall one.
But he does have Noble Hierarch.
Okay.
Is the play. So we got 2 infect here.
So he's gearing to kill Brendan next turn.
Yes.
Seeing how fast his deck works. I think Brendan needs to draw sudden shock.
Now.
Yeah. Absolutely. There's no time for maybe drawing it.
Yeah. Like he needs the answer now.
It's my answer.
Blocker would also work, I believe.
It's my answer, and I need it now. He does have Steve in
He has
hand.
Steve in hand, so that can buy him a turn.
Well, depending on if Michael has Fatal Push.
True.
But do you keep in Fatal Push?
I think you do for the Steves, but there's a Lightning Bolt. We have an answer.
Do
We're
we
going to
have
fetch
a
and response.
Blossoming Defense? Probably.
Yeah, there it is.
So he drew a bolt for turn, correctly not letting Michael untap, forcing him to have it.
Yes. And if Michael had that Hierarch, he may have kept his hand on the back of the one Glistener Elf and not have another Infect creature. That's something that happens to Infect a lot.
Absolutely.
And there's the Blossoming Defenses to protect the Elf.
But that's not bad for Brendan.
No, because it prevents that Blossoming Defenses from being a shock to his face, essentially. And then here comes Steve for the attempted blocks.
Alright, he has 3 mana available to him.
That's a lot of pump.
That is a lot.
He had to burn one to keep his elf alive.
The idea is that maybe he helped Michael fuel his graveyard too, forcing the defense.
That is true.
So there's always the fear of Become Immense, right?
There's a Nexus.
Okay.
And we're attacking for 1.
2 with the Exalted trigger.
And then we just block. Sack.
Block sack. So he looks like he probably doesn't have it in hand, doesn't have it in the board. Fatal Push.
He may have boarded them out, yes.
Seeing as Steve's the only thing that you forced to kill, but maybe being worth it because Steve does get the block, right?
He does block.
So but Brendan just having what was it in hand?
Is he down to 1 card?
He is.
Oh no.
Yeah.
He did mull the 5.
All right.
And here comes a Plague Stinger.
All right. Search for Tomorrow comes off suspend. Brendan's gonna search his library. He's gonna grab a mountain. Don't know if Brendan will live through this game. Michael's getting low on resources in hand as well. Needs to draw Sudden Shock.
Yes.
But then again, Michael's going wide.
Is that prime time?
Yeah, okay, so the last card was Primetime.
And he top decked basic land.
Yeah, he top decked basic land.
Basic forest. So he's only got 4 mountains in play right now?
Right, but he does have a blocker on board.
Yes. Though Plague Stinger flies.
So does the Inkmoth.
Yeah.
The multiple avenues here for Michael, which is why he's in the spot that he's in.
There's 5th mountain plus Valakut.
Yeah. Michael's in the spot that he's in because his deck is so resilient. It goes so wide.
Yes.
And at this point, you're seeing, especially as much Titan Shift that was in the room and Tron, what is Brendan to do about 3 Infect creatures on board? 1, manageable. 3, not so much.
Right.
Alright.
The question is, how much pump does he have? Might of Old Krosa. Swing 5, swing.
That's it. Yeah.
Yep.
That's it. All it took was 2 pump spells, Brendan not having the Sudden Shock. And that's going to be gained there. We'll see if we can actually, if you're able to move over, let's see if we can get both players in here.
Oh.
I think we can do it.
Get these chairs out of the way.
Absolutely. Let me go.
Go grab them.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we're going to have our players in here momentarily. Talk about the matchup.
If possible, if we can.
Man. Michael Clark taking it over Brendan Levine in the finals. Didn't draw Phyrexian Crusader once. Right. RLV here, my broadcast partner Chad, has stepped out to get the players. We're going to get their thoughts on the match and just listen to what they have to say. It should be good. See, they're packing up right now.
It's a real game,
All right, here they come. Maybe. That was quite the finals. That game too. I'm gonna have to ask Michael about that game too. It was fast. Come on, guys, we're live. Get in here.
I'll get in the corner. One more bump thanks to that.
Sorry.
All right, joined with our champion, Michael Clark. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
And our runner-up, Brendan Levine. Didn't quite do it. If you play a PTQ next weekend, you'll probably win it.
3 in a row.
I mean, last weekend you got 4th.
Is there a third one in here?
No idea.
Oh yeah, you're just counting
This
up.
weekend you got 2nd.
Yeah.
Next weekend you win, right? That's how that works?
That's the plan.
Okay.
Remember, kids, Infect's dumb. Don't play it.
He's
I
not
agree.
wrong.
It's a pain in the butt for me, too, having to format those Infect counters on the stream.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. You're good. You won. You can do whatever you want.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, talk to us about this finals. So, that game, too.
Yeah, that was
Just,
that was gross.
we didn't think you had it, and then you just had all of it.
Yeah, that was.
Might of Old Crosa is one of those cards. I
Should we ban?
remember when it was printed, card did nothing.
Okay.
And then for the next 5 years, it did nothing. And then they printed Infect, and suddenly this is a $5 uncommon from Time Spiral. What's going on?
Yeah, it was. It's pretty much just what makes it. It's either that or Groundswell, and if you're playing Groundswell,
Right.
you got to hit the lands, and
Yeah, it's a little bit less reliable.
yeah. So yeah, it definitely will steal games. Case in point.
Yeah. Brendan's shaking his head.
Like, it makes me almost feel bad for playing degenerate decks.
No, don't. Never.
He's not playing fair either, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
He's
That's
just
true.
a little slower. But we never saw Phyrexian Crusader come down. The game
Oh, you
didn't
played
last
that?
long enough.
Yeah, I
That-
played.
Oh.
I fetched the Forest in that third game, and I was like, well, I don't have Phyrexian Crusader, and I only need 1 black mana to play the Plague Stinger. And then when I top decked the Crusader
Of
right
course,
then, I was like,
of
okay,
course.
well now I can't play it punished. And then I was debating on playing. I was trying to play around sweepers, and I couldn't decide if I wanted to play the Plague Stinger or not, or just depend on Inkmoth.
I actually bored out Anger the Gods because I thought Infect was just like, let's pump this one dude and
Yeah.
swing. Because I've never played against Infect.
And yeah, that's.
I kept one in. I also kept Engineer Explosives.
Yeah, like
Just because you
We
can't.
discussed that, yeah. We figured you'd keep that in.
Yeah, I sideboard face up. I don't know if you guys saw
We
that.
did. We really appreciated it.
Yeah.
Actually.
did you?
Actually, I
He
put my
did.
deck
Like,
box.
he put his deck box, and then he would sideboard face
Oh,
up.
okay. I was
behind
like-
it. It was very nice.
Man, I should have peeked.
Could have.
And his last opponent could have peeked as well. But it
Well, that was the mirror match, so.
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
No one ever suspects Sudden Shock.
I was.
He still won't because you didn't draw it.
Yeah.
I showed him afterwards.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to play against Scapeshift. I had, like, for my sideboard, I brought in 2 Inquisitions. And
That's what we were expecting. We looked at your sideboard and we go, no. Maybe Inquisition? Does he have dead cards?
I would've just ran
I
Board
took out the 2 Fatal Pushes and brought in 2 Inquisitions.
We thought you might have, or we thought you actually
That's
might
fine.
have kept them just because it keeps Steve from blocking.
Yeah, I would have just ran it back.
Yeah.
'Cause Steve did all the work. That Moto 5 was beautiful.
That, it was good, but that Mold 5 is what killed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the
Pretty much.
Moto 6 was all lands.
We saw that, yeah.
I almost kept it just for the meme. The Moto 7 just couldn't deal with Infect. I didn't want to go to 4.
Of course.
You can't say
yeah.
no to that Moto 5.
What was it? Lay it out.
So
for
it
us.
was Forest,
Right.
Search Tomorrow,
Mhm.
Search Tomorrow, Steve,
Yep.
Prime Time.
Yeah. They get you search on 1, blocker on 2, another search, or
Yeah.
whoever you want to sequence
And then
that.
I scried, I think, Cinderglade to the top.
Right?
So I was prepared.
Yeah. You got close.
Yeah.
It helped I finally got to keep a 7
You did.
card
You
hand.
got 7 card hand. There was no mulligan.
Twice in
that
a
game.
row.
I had mulliganed every game since round 3, at least once. So
Yeah, he was telling me, and the entire time I sat down, I was like, I'm Team Infect. I'm expecting to lose in 2. This was fun.
Yeah.
That's not how it went.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
It was really fun, though.
Yeah,
Kids.
it was. Okay.
Yeah. It's good to see some sportsmanship. All right. Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Next time, Brendan.
Maybe.
You'll get it next time.
Next week. Where's
Yeah.
the PPTQ?
Let's go.
I'll drive.
Infect's not dead.
Right?
Still
You
dumb.
You gotta play green black now. Those Phyrexian Crusaders did work all day.
It's dumb. Infect's dumb. Don't play it.
All right, let's get Chad back in here and we'll get our closing. Well, eventually I'll get him back in here. As far as posting deck lists somewhere, we have them, for at least for the top 8. We might post them on our website. We're just gonna have to talk about that as soon as we are done here. It's definitely something that we're not opposed to, and if you want them, we'll try to get them to you. All right,
I'm here.
let's go.
So yeah, overall, from what the player base that was left from the tournament, they were like super hyper vigilant. Like, tournament was ran as smoothly as possible within within reason.
8:18. We started at noon. I
We should
believe
have ended at 9.
we actually started that round maybe 12:20, 12:30 after the player meeting. 6 rounds.
So we should have ended
Top
at
8.
9:30 technically.
Yep, and it's 8:19. That is a good tournament.
Yeah, good job.
Let's go us. Not that we really had anything to do with it. We were
No,
just,
we did. We did.
Nah.
We made sure the feature matches were organized accordingly. They didn't go overtime.
You're right. You're right.
I mean, but that's an aspect of modern itself. Yeah. So yeah, that's been a great day. Shout out to don't want to butcher the person's name. So shout out to Andrea Wallace for
Yes.
being the secondary judge for the tournament. Everyone
Yep.
said she was fair, concise, did amazingly.
Uh-huh.
Jonathan Reasoner, I've worked with him before. Fair, concise,
Head
reasonable.
judge for the day.
Yeah, tournament ran hyper
Fantastic
efficient
job to
because
everybody.
of those people. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Shout out to Paul for TOing.
Yep. Good job, Paul.
Yeah, Paul.
I don't think you're watching right now, but you did good.
No, he's actually playing in the modern tournament right now. So shout out to Paul.
Yep.
And then we have shout out to us. Go,
Hey.
go us. I mean,
Good job, Chad.
Yeah,
You did
good,
well.
Good job, Arlie. And shout out to Sergio Luis who made all of these overlays that you're seeing.
Yeah, our layout, everything.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Shout out
good stuff.
to David and Josh, the owners. They actually helped take off the tournament.
Yep.
Something that the store previously hasn't done.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest tournament we've hosted.
Absolutely.
By far, 50 players.
Well, actually, we've had like a 64-person pre-release before.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is the
okay.
biggest like major tournament that we've ran.
Yeah.
Right. Other than that, my definition of like my overview of the day, super exciting, is there should have been Scred player.
This format, this
Infect-
meta we had needed
Infect
a
punished.
Scred player.
Yeah, this meta needed Scred.
Yeah.
The Infect deck punished all these land-based combo decks that came.
Yeah. All
Told-
these Trons and Scape Shifts.
Told them you're too slow.
Yeah.
And land-based strategies are just good.
Yeah. Let's recap this top 8 real quick for those of you that may have missed it. We had Green White Tron, Eldrazi Tron, Green Red Tron,
3 Trons.
3 Trons.
Okay.
We had Titan Shift, Titan Shift, Titan Shift,
3 Titan Shifts.
Esper Control,
Okay.
Green Black Infect, eventual winner.
Yep.
What is that top 8?
So
Triple
six-
Tron,
six
triple
land- yeah.
triple Shift.
Yeah, 6 land-based strategies. And
Lands are good.
Yeah, I don't think that's just indicative of like Houston itself. Houston actually has a high burn meta.
Yeah, a lot of burn, a lot of affinity.
Yeah, very aggro meta.
We used to see a lot more Infect before the
Yeah,
Vaccine
yeah,
Pro
yeah.
ban.
And so it's actually interesting to me that now this is indicative of modern itself right now. Scape Shift's just going up in favor,
Yeah. The deck is good.
and Tron is just good. 8th edition's too much.
Turn 3, I'm going to tap for 7. Like, this is fair. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 = 7. Rah.
Karn. Okay.
Yeah.
Gets things done.
Yeah. This is awesome. This
Yeah,
is this
we've
is
had a great
really
day.
good
Hey,
day.
shout outs
Really
to
great
Chad.
matches.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah, Chad.
Thanks for
was
sticking with us if you've
super
been
great.
with us all day.
Super
Well
great.
done.
This was a learning experience. Much like the commentator, like spectator based judge calls, of course, need to be happening for quickly. So shout out to the Esper player and Brad Lee. I did apologize to them for that.
Yeah, we could have gotten on that a little
Right, rather
faster before it mattered.
rather than Brad and the Esper player getting the warning, it would have just been the Esper player. Of course,
Right.
Brad ended up losing and not moving on in the tournament, but
Yeah,
still,
it was mostly irrelevant anyway.
But still, you never want to give an unwarranted
Yeah.
warning, right? But other than that, I think everything
Everything kicked
went
off and just ran real smooth.
Yeah,
Felt good.
yeah.
I believe that's going to be unfortunate in the future, as this tournament went so well. Can
This
we
is the
only
par.
go downhill from here?
This is the par, right?
Is the next big one just gonna get crash and burn? Hopefully not. And
Yeah.
we will be bringing more content to you as soon as we can. We've started streaming standard FNMs.
Yeah,
We did last night. I believe moving forward, we're going to be doing it every week.
yeah. Actually,
Every Friday
that's
night,
relevant to chat right now. We are streaming every Friday night, every Saturday night. We're going to be streaming the modern,
Yep.
and that's where we're looking.
Friday
at right
night at about 7 o'clock, 7:30.
Yeah.
Usually somewhere there, so standard FNM, and then Saturday night modern kicks off at 6:30.
now. Yeah,
Yep.
generally somewhere around 7. Once our personal meta, I like to tell them to come in at like 6:30, because then I know they'll show up 30 minutes late.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. The stream will probably go live around 7
So
o'clock.
actually, next weekend we won't be holding modern because we have
Right.
game day,
Okay.
and then branching past that weekend, Team Unified Modern.
That's right. With Team Unified Modern Tournament.
Exactly. So
gonna be good stuff.
yeah, that's gonna be deckless forms. It's gonna be an unofficial tournament because Wizards doesn't have a way at the store level that we can sanction these types of tournaments.
Right. Right.
So we're I'm gonna be TOing it. I'm gonna run it off of probably just another generic tournament runner.
Okay.
And have
Just something
like a
that can-
team captain for each team.
Right. Something that can accommodate the team portion of the formats. Yeah. Formatting.
Yeah, probably we'll just have to put it under a name under team captain, but Logan, never shave your beard again.
Hey, I haven't shaved in a very long time.
Yeah,
I do trim it though because this was a little ridiculous. It's been here before.
Yeah, I remember meeting you.
Yeah.
It had been there, right around that area.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, we're looking to sign off here. And you have any last words? You're not dying or anything, but
No, I feel pretty good. I think I could do another round if I had to, but I really don't want to.
yeah, exactly.
It's been good though. Really enjoyable.
Absolutely,
So,
land-based
thanks for,
strategies are the word.
play Tron, play Shift, or just play Infect and kill them. Like, it's fine.
Exactly. All right. Thank you all for watching, and have a great rest of your night.